If you are concerned about the present state of the economy we're living in today, let me share with you God's economy and how it works. I want to first define what economy is, and I'll give you the basic, simple definition, breaking it down to the simplest term, and that is a management of available resources. Economy is the management of available resources. Now, dealing with the economies of the world, we have to realize that the economies of the world are built on limited resources for an unlimited demand. But in dealing with God's economy, I want to share with you 5 principles to consider and embrace and follow to live in God's economy. And that is the quantity of resources, ownership of resources, multiplication of resources, purpose of commerce, and approach to commerce. So let's dive into what these mean. When we talk about the quantity of resources, God's economy is based on the principle of abundance. As a matter of fact, in Psalms 50, verses 10 and 11, God lets us know that every animal in the forest belongs to me, and so do the cattle on 1,000 hills. So simply put, there is no lack of resources in God's economy. There's always an abundance and an overflow. So quantity of resources is what you'll find in God's economy. We'll also find out that in God's economy, there's an ownership of resources. And in God's economy, He is the owner. He's the owner of everything. Psalms 24 and 1, He lets us know that the earth and everything on it belongs to the Lord. So again, everything belongs to God. The cars that people drive, jobs people work at, houses we live in, money that people have, it all belongs to God. God owns it all. And we are simply stewards. Another word for steward are managers of God's resources on this earth. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But again, ownership of resources, God's economy entails that He, God, owns everything. We also have multiplication of resources in God's economy. And in God's economy, we're not only multiplying material and capital resources, but also human resources. Well, what does that mean? That means that when we're blessed in God's economy, we're blessed to be a blessing to others. And the way we multiply human resources is the more that we get blessed, the more people we can help. So again, we are blessed to be a blessing, and that is multiplication of resources found in God's economy. We also have in God's economy purpose of commerce. And basically, simply put, in God's economy, measurement is not based on success, but faithfulness. In the world we live in today, people they base success on how much you have accumulated and how much you've gained. Whereas in God's economy, again, the measurement is not based on the success, but on how faithful you are with what you have. Matthew 6:21, Jesus lets us know that where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Notice it didn't say that your heart, your treasure will follow your heart, but it says your heart will follow your treasure. So when we put our treasure in God's hands, our heart will follow as well. And God is looking for people He can trust with money, because money flows in the direction of trust. And finally, we have the approach to commerce. In God's economy, the approach to commerce is our honesty, serving other people, motivation by love, and stewardship. And again, I mentioned earlier that another word for stewardship is management. As a steward, we are managers of another person's property. We talked about earlier how God owns everything, and how everything, because everything belongs to Him, He's given to us the responsibility to manage, not own, but to manage what belongs to Him. And so in looking at stewardship, another way we can look at this is handling God's blessings, God's ways for God's glory. And how that's fleshed out is in how we earn money. And let me just say that when it comes to money, money is not made as far as people, they use the term, I need to make some money. Well, money is made in a U.S. mint, but the way we earn money is by providing a service, and in return, we earn the money by the service that we give. So stewardship is an earning, spending, and giving of money. Also, stewardship is fleshed out in how we save. We save for emergencies. We save for purchases, and also retirement, which includes investing. In stewardship also, with the approach to commerce, we're looking at also how to get rid of debt. How we get rid of debt is very important. When we are in debt, debt is a thief. Debt steals from our future by having us pay for our past. So if we want to thrive in this time, this economic time we're living in, especially in God's economy, debt needs to be eradicated out of our lives. And how we teach children, our children, how to handle money is important in God's economy, because we don't want to just leave a legacy of wealth. We want to leave a legacy of financial literacy. And so teaching children how to handle money, how to save, how to spend, how to give is very important. So living in God's economy can cause us to survive and thrive, even in this time of fear and uncertainty. Everything we need to know about handling money wisely is found in the Bible. As a matter of fact, Jesus spoke more about money in the Bible than he did about heaven or hell. That's how important this topic of money is, because money is the biggest competitor against God. He says that we can't serve him, God, and mammon, money, at the same time, because we're going to love one and hate the other. So that's why he spoke so much about money and how we need to connect ourselves with it and how we need to handle it. Faithfulness, not success, is what's required to live and thrive in God's economy. So what I would invite you to do is to visit my website, True Prosperity Financial Coaching, and you see the link on the screen, but you'll find the same link in the description section where you can engage me and learn what I have to offer as far as a service to you to help you thrive in the economy we're living in. I also invite you to have a free consultation with me. There's also a link in the description where you can actually set up on the calendar that will come up when you click on the link, the time and date that's best for you, and we'll do it by Zoom, a virtual call where we can discuss your concerns financially, your questions financially, and see how we can get you to your goals in a fast way, but also a very important and methodical way, dealing with money. I also invite you to click the like button on this video, subscribe to this channel, and share and leave a comment in the comment section below. There's also a video that I'll invite you to watch, a video that I made previously entitled 4 Important Biblical Impacts to Budgeting. This is another way that you can learn about being a good steward and moving forward with intentionality with your money, and also in God's economy as well. But the main thing I want you to remember is you can thrive in this time by living and embracing God's economy.